Is it possible that in just 27 seconds, a simple sentence on Instagram could shake the emotional dynamics of millions of fans worldwide, spark cross-continental speculation, and even raise new questions about the deepest bonds among the members of BTS? The question sounds dramatic, exaggerated even. Yet when a short post from V, known globally as V, appeared on Instagram with a war message for J-Hope, the online world seemed to pause. Just 27 seconds. That was the length of the brief clip later re-uploaded by a fan account. There was no political statement, no group comeback announcement, no teaser for a new album. Just a short message. And yet, it was precisely that simplicity that made it explode. Within hours, the post had gathered more than 5,200 views, 649 likes, and 182 reposts. To some, those numbers might seem ordinary. But for ARMY, every number is an emotional indicator. The comment section flooded with messages of love. Taeyong and Hobi are true soulmates. This is BTS friendship, timeless. Yet beneath the praise and heart emojis, there was one reaction that made many people pause. The reaction from Jungkook. The video showed V speaking casually, with his signature warm tone, mentioning J-Hope by an affectionate nickname rarely used publicly. For a casual observer, it was simply support between group members. But for fans who have followed their journey since the early days under HYB, no detail is ever considered accidental. V said he missed J-Hope's positive energy, that J-Hope's presence had always been a balance within the team. It was the word balance that quickly became the center of discussion. Why did V choose that term? Has something shifted internally? Or was it merely a spontaneous expression without hidden meaning? Jungkook's reaction came shortly after. He did not write a long message. He did not post a clarification. He left a short comment with a specific emoji that ARMY immediately analyzed in depth. The emoji seemed simple, but within the context of their relationship, many interpreted it as emotionally loaded. Some saw it as playful support. Others read it as a subtle hint of teasing jealousy. To understand why this 27-second moment felt so significant, we must step back and look at BTS's long journey. Since their debut, the dynamics among the members have been just as compelling as their music. V is known for his expressive, sometimes enigmatic personality. J-Hope is widely recognized as the group's mood maker, the bright energy that stabilizes the team emotionally. Jungkook, the Golden Magne, has grown from a shy teenager into a confident yet sensitive adult artist. At present, the members are focusing more on their solo careers. J-Hope is currently serving his mandatory military duty while occasionally greeting fans through social media. V has recently completed various music and acting projects that expand his artistic spectrum. Jungkook, meanwhile, continues to be active with solo releases that showcase his maturity and evolution. Yet amid physical distance and individual schedules, small moments like this become even more meaningful. They serve as reminders that beyond solo stages and personal projects, an unbreakable bond remains. From an academic perspective, this phenomenon can be explained through parasocial relationship theory. Parasocial relationships are one-sided emotional bonds between audiences and public figures. In BTS's case, that bond has evolved into something collective. ARMY does not simply follow their music, they follow their emotional journeys. Every gesture, every word, every emoji becomes subject to interpretation. V's message to J-Hope was not merely a message. It became a symbol of continuity. A symbol that, even as group activities shift, the emotional foundation remains intact. When Jungkook responded, the public read it as proof that their friendship is alive, not just an image crafted by management. A few hours after the discussion intensified, new speculation emerged. Some fans began comparing the recent frequency and tone of V's interactions with J-Hope versus those with Jungkook. Questions surfaced. Is this a new phase in their relationships? Has physical separation due to military service strengthened certain bonds while subtly altering communication patterns? The questions spread quickly. Long threads appeared. Analysis videos multiplied. The 27-second clip was replayed countless times to detect subtle changes in tone or fleeting expressions that might have been missed at first glance. What made it even more dramatic was the timing. At a moment when the members are in transitional phases of their careers, fans are naturally more sensitive to signs of unity. Every interaction feels like reassurance that BTS as a collective entity still breathes. V was not announcing a comeback. J-Hope was not releasing a new album. Jungkook was not issuing a formal statement. Precisely because there was no large promotional agenda, the moment felt sincere, spontaneous, unscripted, maybe not in a literal sense.
No contracts shifted.
No schedules were revised. But within the emotional landscape of fandom, something did change. It reignited conversations about their friendship. It reminded fans that beyond the global spotlight, there are human relationships that continue to grow and evolve. Jungkook's small yet visible reaction served as a dramatic closing note to this brief episode. Without saying much, he seemed to convey that he saw it, he cared, he was present. And for ARMY, that was enough to spark another wave of collective warmth. This phenomenon also illustrates how social media has transformed the way audiences consume celebrity relationships. In the past, interactions between group members were mostly seen on television shows or official interviews. Today, a single Instagram post can become a headline. One comment can generate a feature-length article, and beneath all the analysis, one simple truth remains. They are individuals who grew up together, shared their adolescence, faced industry pressures, and built history side by side. It is no surprise that their bond feels authentic. When V described J-Hope as a balance, perhaps he was simply speaking from personal experience. When Jungkook responded, perhaps he was only joking. Yet the public saw more. They saw continuity. They saw hope in an era when many groups drift apart as members pursue solo careers. BTS appears to be crafting a different narrative. They evolve without cutting their roots. They expand without abandoning their foundation. Perhaps what changed was not them, but the way we see them. That brief moment reminded ARMY around the world why they fell in love with BTS in the first place. Not only because of the music, but because of a friendship that feels real, fragile, warm, and as many fans wrote in the comments, timeless. What made this moment linger was not simply the words V chose, nor the emoji Jungkook left behind. It was the silence in between, the pauses, the tone. The way V's voice softened almost imperceptibly when he mentioned J-Hope's name. For longtime observers, these micro-expressions are never accidental. They are fragments of a larger narrative that has been unfolding for over a decade. Since their debut, BTS has been framed not only as a music group, but as a brotherhood. Through trainee hardships, global fame, burnout confessions, award speeches, and tearful concerts, their bond has been publicly documented in a way few artists ever experience. That history adds emotional weight to even the briefest exchange. When V says he misses J-Hope's energy, fans do not hear a casual remark. They hear echoes of rehearsal rooms, late-night studio sessions, shared dorm life, and the chaotic laughter that once filled behind-the-scenes footage. His response may have seemed light, almost playful, but timing is everything. He chose to respond publicly. He chose to be visible in that moment. For someone who has grown increasingly selective about his online presence, that decision carried symbolic value. Some fans interpreted it as reassurance. Others saw it as an affirmation that no matter how solo-focused their careers become, their emotional triangle of friendship remains intact. But why did this particular exchange ignite such intense discussion compared to countless other interactions over the years? Part of the answer lies in the current chapter of their lives. With military service temporarily separating members and solo projects redefining individual identities, fans are navigating a transitional era. Transitions naturally create uncertainty. Uncertainty amplifies sensitivity. In psychology, moments of perceived change heighten the need for stability cues. For ARMY, stability often manifests through visible interactions between members.